Step into the heart of the Mongol Empire, a land of warriors and epic battles. Amid this fierce realm, one woman shattered every expectation. Meet Khutulun, not just born into royalty, but forged in battle as an undefeated warrior princess who dared defy the Khan. As the niece of Kublai Khan, she rejected luxury for the thrill of combat. Instead, she mastered the wrestling arena and the chaos of war, and when it came to love, she set an unyielding challenge. Any suitor had to beat her in a wrestling match or forfeit a trove of horses. History is more than dates and names. It's a collection of whispers, secrets, and stories. Tales lost to time but waiting to be uncovered. From forgotten queens who defied empires, to myths that shaped civilizations, and love stories that transcended history. Step into the past, where every tale has a story to tell. Welcome to Timeless Tales Told. Even the famed traveler Marco Polo chronicled her exploits, a woman whose legend defied time and tradition. Who was Khutulun, and why does her name still echo through the corridors of history? Join us as we unveil the epic tale of the warrior princess who refused to be conquered. The Mongol Empire and Khutulun's family. Before we delve into Khutulun's legend, let's step back and explore the world she was born into, the formidable Mongol Empire. By the late 13th century, this empire stretched from the vast steppes of China to the heart of Eastern Europe, its boundaries carved by the military genius of Genghis Khan and the relentless ambition of his descendants. In this land, power was not inherited through mere titles, it was earned on the battlefield where strength and skill reigned supreme. But unlike many societies of the time, the Mongol way of life afforded its women a unique status. They weren't confined to the household. Mongol women rode with the warriors, fired arrows with precision, and even commanded troops. While women in Europe or the Middle East were often relegated to domestic roles, here they were integral to governance, warfare, and diplomacy, and no one embodied this fearless spirit more than Khutulun. Born into one of the most powerful bloodlines in Mongol history, Khutulun's heritage was as legendary as her exploits. Her father, Kaidu, ruled the Chagatai Khanate, a vast expanse of territory in Central Asia that echoed with the pulse of nomadic warfare. And her grandfather, none other than Ögedei Khan, the son of Genghis Khan himself, a direct link to the empire's founding legacy. This wasn't just royal blood, it was the very essence of Mongol greatness flowing through her veins. Yet, even among such storied lineage, conflict was inevitable. Khutulun's father, Kaidu, was no ally to Kublai Khan. In fact, he stood as one of Kublai's fiercest rivals. While Kublai embraced Chinese culture and ruled from the splendor of Beijing, Kaidu waged war to preserve the raw, nomadic warrior spirit of the Mongols. This deep ideological divide within the empire would go on to shape not only political landscapes, but the destiny of Khutulun herself. Khutulun's early life and training. From the moment she took her first steps, Khutulun defied every expectation of a princess. Growing up on the endless steppes, she learned early that survival was earned through skill, strength, and lightning-fast reflexes. While noble women in other empires were groomed in the arts of etiquette and courtly grace, Khutulun was being prepared for the harsh realities of battle. She mastered the art of horsemanship, galloping across the plains with a speed that left many men in her wake. Her aim was as deadly as it was true. Each arrow she loosed hit its mark with precision. And then, breaking every stereotype, she took up wrestling, a pursuit no one expected from a woman of her time. In the heart of Mongol culture, wrestling was far more than a mere sport. It was a rigorous test of strength, endurance, and tactical cunning, an essential training ground for the brutal reality of hand-to-hand combat. Every victory in the ring wasn't just a win, it was a declaration of honor, elevating its victor in prestige and respect across the empire. And Khutulun? She wasn't simply adept, she was unstoppable. As she matured, she challenged every opponent, male or female, and emerged triumphant each time. Her flawless techniques and unparalleled strength fueled a growing legend, one victory after another, that echoed across the steppes. But her undefeated streak was destined to do more than just build her reputation. It would soon upend everything Mongol society thought it knew about women and power. Her legendary wrestling challenge. Khutulun wasn't merely proving herself in battle, she was rewriting the very rules of marriage. As the daughter of a great Khan, tradition dictated that she wed a nobleman chosen by her father, but Khutulun had forged her own path. She made a declaration that shook the empire to its core. She would only marry a man who could defeat her in a wrestling match, and if he failed, he would have to forfeit 100 horses as the price of his defeat. Before long, warriors, princes, and nobles from across the empire lined up to claim her hand, and to test their mettle against her legendary strength. One by one, they stepped into the wrestling ring, and one by one, they fell before her might. As the years passed, her renown only grew. She remained undefeated, dispatching hundreds of would-be suitors with ease. With each victory, her herd of horses swelled. By the end of her relentless challenge, she had amassed 10,000 horses, a staggering fortune that testified to her dominance both on and off the battlefield. But did anyone ever come close? Some accounts tell that her father, Kaidu, once sought to arrange a marriage for her, fearing that her refusal to wed might weaken their family's power. Yet, time and again, she steadfastly refused. According to some sources, she eventually married, not out of political necessity or obligation, but entirely on her own terms. Some chronicles name her husband as a respected warrior. Others insist that the details of her marriage remain a mystery, forever lost to time. One thing, however, is indisputable. Her legend transcended borders and centuries. Even Marco Polo, the famed Venetian traveler, chronicled her extraordinary life. He described her as a woman who did not want to be controlled by any man. To him, and to all who heard her tale, Khutulun was more than just a warrior, she was a force of nature. Khutulun's role in war and politics. Khutulun wasn't merely a wrestler, she was a warrior through and through. Her strength wasn't only tested in the wrestling ring, it was forged on the unforgiving battlefields of the Mongol Empire. While other Mongol princesses managed courtly affairs from behind palace walls, Khutulun rode straight into the heart of conflict, commanding troops alongside her formidable father. Her father, Kaidu, was not simply a Khan, he was a rebel. Unlike Kublai Khan, who embraced Chinese culture and centralized power, Kaidu fought to preserve the old ways, a realm of untamed steppes, nomadic warriors, and unyielding traditions. For decades, he waged relentless campaigns against Kublai's authority, launching raids to keep his lands free from centralized control. And ever at his side, in the very thick of combat, was Khutulun. She was fearless, charging into battle with bow drawn and sword at the ready. She was a whirlwind of raw power and resolve. Legends claim she could ride directly into enemy lines, dismounting foes as effortlessly as plucking blades of grass. Her very presence instilled terror, because unlike many commanders who led from afar, she was always at the forefront of the fight. Yet even as she vanquished foes on the battlefield, another struggle was unfolding, one that simmered within her own people. As Kaidu aged, the question of succession grew ever more urgent. Who would inherit the mantle of leadership for the Chagatai Khanate? Kaidu had many sons, each a contender for power, but the one person he trusted most was Khutulun. He even envisioned her ascending as his successor, a notion that sent shockwaves through the established norms of Mongol society. While Mongol warriors revered her prowess and feared her might, the idea of a woman leading the empire was something they simply could not accept. And so, despite every triumph and every display of unmatched strength, the dream of Khutulun becoming Khan was forever denied. History would not allow it. Yet even though she never claimed the throne, her defiance and indomitable spirit have etched her name into the annals of time. Khutulun was far more than a warrior princess. She was a force of nature, stronger than her fiercest rivals, wiser than her shrewdest enemies, and unyielding in the face of tradition. In a world where women were rarely given the chance to define their destiny, she boldly chose her own path. Her story transcends the realms of wrestling, warfare, or politics. It's a tale of the courage to stand alone, the strength to challenge every you can't, and the will to create a legacy that history will never forget. But now we want to hear from you. Do you believe Khutulun is the greatest female warrior in history? Or is there another legend whose valor outshines even hers? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into history, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more untold stories from the past. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Join us next time as we uncover another legend that helped shape our world.